Today on the Costas, metal detecting enthusiast Roderick is saving the planet bleep by bleep.
Hey, well done. That's great stuff. You've saved a seahorse. The time is 5 o'clock in the morning. Light hasn't come up yet.
It's a very early start in Torrevieja on the Costa Blanca for retired Brummie security surveyor turned detectorist Roderick Toms.
Off we go.
He's keen to hit the beach and find any buried treasure before anyone else.
I'd like to think of myself as a treasure hunter, but really my activities are metal detecting, and it takes up a lot of your time, and it's nice to get together with a few blokes and girls who do detectoring as well, to have a laugh and a joke and talk about what we're going to find.
Detectorist Roderick is always armed with his metal detector.
And if you can find any room in there, you're a good man.
And this morning, his first find should be his group of fellow treasure hunters.
We're going through Lopagan to the San Pedro Lopagan port. And that's where we'll park in the car park, get our stuff out of the car, and just a simple 30-second walk down to the beach. We moved over to Spain 12 years ago, and we retired, and I needed something to do, and I carried on my hobby metal detecting. Yeah, here we go. This is it. We'll get the beast out the bag.
With the beast released, the day is full of the possibility of treasure, and finding it is best done in the cool of the early morning.
Right, I'm gonna get kitted up.
I can see shadows, but I don't know who's here. Who's here this morning?
That's Gary.
Are you sure, Roderick?
This is now the Marmanor. It's the largest lagoon, saltwater lagoon in Europe.
It's a lovely spot, but Roderick and the group of treasure seekers he founded hope to leave it even lovelier.
It's got a few ecology problems at the moment, but it's a place where people love to come and bathe.
As well as finding jewellery, coins and antiques that might be worth a few euros, the gang also unearth and remove any metal rubbish that they find. And that's their mission today.
We are known for our good deeds in San Pedro.
Yes, Roderick and his gang are keeping our beaches clean for free, although there's always the hope they might make a valuable discovery.
Let's get on with it then.
And now, with the gang all here, it's time for Roderick to get searching. And let's see if he finds treasure or tat.
Low and slow. All you need now is to find something.
It's still early morning at Mar Menor in Murcia, where the beautiful lagoon stretches for 70 kilometres.
I mean, there's something here.
Metal detector Rod and his detectorist club are out in force and on the hunt for metal. The guys meet 3 times a week to clear the lagoon of rubbish and harmful metals and hopefully find a few euros. And that's one broken bottleneck already in the bag.
That's a great find. Even though it's a terrible find, it's a great find.
It gets out of the way from people's...
Brilliant.
kiddies and that.
Along with some dangerous discoveries, detecting can unearth the odd bit of treasure, even if it's not Spanish doubloons.
Great stuff. Now go and find some more.
These euro coins as well?
No, you can keep them. Buy a coffee. Buy me a coffee.
Today, it's the harmful metals they're on the hunt for.
Go and find some more lead.
I've had enough already.
Off you go. Off you go. Buy some more lead. We find the odd 50 cents or a euro, and if it pays for a coffee, that's all well and good. And you've got a teaspoon for your tea.
And a teaspoon. I'll fill my coffee with that.
Very good.
For Rod and his gang, the thrill of the hunt, cleaning the beaches and enjoying a well-earned coffee is all the reward they need.
It's a buzz. I just love it. I've been doing it for 48 years.
It's nice to be able to get out in the morning before everybody else, and you just get to walk, and you put a set of headphones on. It's a whole new world. You disappear into your own little world, basically.
But there's one thing this gang doesn't want to disappear: the teeny tiny seahorses that live in the lagoon.
found a lump of lead already, Rod.
Hey, well done. That's great stuff. You've saved a seahorse. Well done.
The seahorse population is far lower than a decade ago.
The Marmanor is where seahorses thrived, and they're not thriving at the moment.
Discarded lead from fishing weights is polluting the water and having a drastic effect on these precious little fish.
We're going to give the lead to the Hippocampus project, who are responsible for the development of the seahorses by using the lead weights, melting them down, selling them on, so they can use that money for the laboratories and to incubate the newly born seahorses, and then they will then send them back into the Marmanor, hopefully to live a long life.
And the more lead weights Rod and the gang collect, the more they're helping to fund the charity's good work. Back in Torrevieja, metal detectorist Roderick is back home.
It's a plethora of detectors there.
You're not wrong, Rod. Look at all those other rods.
The trouble is, there's a new detector out every month, and it's like a car, isn't it? This particular one is about 1,500. Those are 200 each. That's 400.
It's a lot of euros to find old scrap.
There's always a new detector on the horizon. There always will be, I think. But don't tell my wife.
My lips are sealed.
We don't find plastic or wood, we just find metal.
I suppose that's why it's called metal detecting. And Rod's using his fleet of detectors for the greater good.
Yeah, we advertise it for research and recovery. We've had quite a lot of success rates. Somebody lost the keys in the sand playing with his kids, and we found the car keys, which is great, because I mean it really does put a strain on you if you've lost your car keys, especially if you've driven miles to the beach and you can't get back in your car. All sorts of wedding rings, platinum, golds, maybe the odd bling necklace or bracelet, maybe, but that's rare. This is the part of the hobby. If we can help somebody, we're happy to help. That's what it's about.
You're practically the fourth emergency service, Rod. He's also keen to clear the beach of rubbish, and he has quite the collection.
Now, these are the kiddies' toys that we find on the playa, on the beach. Even the giraffe has got some form of metal in it. And then moving along, we've got the lead weights. They're a toxic waste, really. Batteries as well, terrible. They're toxic. And, you know, just look at these. These are the items that we find buried in the sand. And you get kids just digging holes, playing, or even joggers in soft sand. You stand on that, you're cut to shreds. The hooks, dangerous, very dangerous thing. We find loads of hooks. What you got?
But never fear, this metal detectorist is doing his bit.
Hey up.
50 cents.
50 cents.
He and his team have been collecting a load of lead from the lagoon, which he can donate to a local conservation charity.
When they have the storms and all the sand is pushed into the sea, they have to replenish it with sand, and they get that sand from other beaches. So that's probably how we find in lead weights, because you wouldn't have a fisherman here fishing the sea from here.
The loot will hopefully help fund a project to help the struggling seahorse population in the lagoon. Back in Murcia, it's been a long day for Rod, the eco-friendly metal detectorist.
OK, thank you for all coming, guys. You've done a great turn for the environment this morning, and I really did think you were going to do that.
He's been up since 4 a.m. in charge of his team, cleaning rubbish from his favourite lagoon.
I just got an affinity with the Marmanor. About 38 years ago, I was snorkeling, and there was hundreds of seahorses just everywhere.
It seems that sadly the pollution from rubbish and lead fishing weights is killing the seahorses, and Rod is on his way to meet a man who will take the lead he's collected on the beach.
At the moment, we're looking for Juan.
We are. Juan works for the conservation charity, which puts the harmful lead to good use.
The Hippocampus group are volunteer scuba divers, they'll be going out on a boat and diving down to pick up the lead that's been discarded by the fishermen.
Whilst Rod and his detectorists are land-based, the hippocampus group go a little deeper under the sea, searching for lead weights using a small, handheld underwater detector.
How much lead do you bring this time?
Well, this month for July, we've taken down nearly 5 kilogram of lead weights,
Okay.
which is about at least 60, 70 pieces of lead to help your project. So there's this month's donation for you.
All the lead retrieved by Rod and Juan's teams is then sold and recycled, and the money is used to fund the repopulating of the lagoon with baby seahorses.
And up to now, we got almost more than 1 ton of lead. So it's huge, and your contribution is really valuable to our project.
We're very pleased to be part of your project, and we'll do whatever we can to help save the planet.
And that makes Rod a really happy man, saving tiny seahorses one beep at a time.
Being in the metal detecting club isn't just metal detecting, it's camaraderie. We're doing stuff for the environment. It's not work. Okay, we have to get up early before most people to go on the beaches and in the sea, but it's great.